every day like it's, one of the last days. It's a countdown at this point. So when you're in practice, you really got to work hard. Whatever your objective is, whatever you need to work on, technically, in your head, you got to start doing it now. Because sooner it's going to come, districts, regions, states, and then that's it, season's over. And then, you got the springtime, you play another sport, you hang out, the weather's going to get nice, and then you're going to be another year older after that. Okay, so time's starting to click down, so every day, just make the most of it. You got a match tonight, stuff you need to work on, you got a nice form to go and show it off. So just start getting excited. You come in and practice, you're in class. When I was in class in high school, I used to think about practice most of the time. Not that in like school, I paid attention, I did that stuff, but I was making little lists of like stuff I need to work on. All right, my single leg, I didn't take a guy down, I had him in this position, I didn't take him down. What do I need to do to fix it? So when I came to practice, I had stuff I wanted to work on. So you have your structured part of practice where you have the things your coach wants to put you through, but also you got to be working on the stuff you want to do. So whenever he gives you that freedom, you got to take advantage of that. Okay? And when you're drilling, you should be focused the whole time. Drilling's boring. How many people like drilling here? I don't know how many. I like personally. I like it. That's kind of the system I came through. I love it. Because it's not that I love that it's not too exciting unless you make it exciting. So I used to pretend I was someone else when I drilled. I was John Smith. I was these Russian guys I used to watch. I was somebody that was really good world champ, Olympic champ. So I wasn't myself. Every day when I drilled, I was fired up. It's like when you play baseball. You Ken Griffey or something else, but nobody does that with wrestling for some reason. I don't know why. So that's another little trick that you guys can do when you guys are wrestling. Okay, make it fun. And then when it's match time, tell you what, I'm a nice guy. When it's match time up, I'm a jerk. Because I want to beat the guy up. Because I work hard every day, and I train, I sacrifice. My friends are going out, they're hanging with their girls until late at night. I got a match the next day, and I'm fired up because every day I've been busting my butt. Now it's time to shine. So when you guys step on the mat, it's game time. So you got to be fired up mentally. Every match you're going to the same. You have a match tonight, okay? Then you're going to be down, districts in a couple weeks. Right? There's no reason that the match you have tonight you should go into any differently than a district match. All your matches need to be the same. You need to have the same mindset. So when you end up in the state finals, it's not like it's the first time you wrestled at state finals. Every match you've had up to that point was a state finals match. So when you're there, it's no big deal. Okay? So, I don't know if you guys have any questions now. You can ask me at the end. But I'm going to start ripping through some stuff, okay? So we need some work on finishes. Alright, so before we get into finishes, just real quick, just on our feet and just some philosophy. Right? And then we'll get to finishes. Just when I'm in my stance, okay, I live, I breathe, I eat my stance. Okay? The better I can do at holding my stance, the more success I'm gonna have. Alright? So right now, I've been wrestling, I don't know how long, but on my stance, I don't even get, my back doesn't get tired. I've just been doing it forever. It's like second nature. So when you're drilling and when you're in a match, you keep a stance. You're going to do it the whole time when you wrestle. All right. So if it's time to drill and I'm standing straight up and I'm drilling, I'm not working my legs. I'm not working my back. So now when I'm in a match, I start getting tired. Now I start doing this. I start standing up. Okay. So when you're drilling, really focus on your stance. Right? And it's real important. My little brother wrestled at Okie State, and when I was at Lehigh, one of the things that they made you do the most, I was talking to my brother, and he said that they'll throw 20 minutes on the clock, and they'll just do stand stuff. But stand stuff isn't standing up, it's really moving their feet a lot. It's taking shots, it's throwing, it's down blocking, real active. Okay? Most people try doing that for a good 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Normal wrestler, your back shot. Sometimes it's harder than a match. Okay? So just really focus on your stance. Take a little step with your feet, picking your feet up, not dragging your feet, not crossing your feet. Okay? Knees bent the whole time. Keep your hands up in front of you. I gotta protect my lead leg. I gotta use my head a lot. Okay? Basic stance, I I have my head, I have my hands, I have my elbows, and I have my hips. That's my line of defense. Okay? So when I'm attacking a guy, I get to keep my hands down. If I start bringing my hands up, guys get in on shots on me. Okay? If I'm stepping real heavy, I have guys timing my step. They're getting in on shots. Okay? If I'm stepping real hard, I can't pull my leg back. All little things that kind of you got to think about when you're drilling, when you're wrestling, you make a big deal. Okay? So I'm going to jump into some shots now, some singles. What do you want me to use?
Yeah, use Sean. Sean needs the most work.
Sean.
Oh, yeah.
Down to weight? No? All right. Single leg, right? Number one takedown in the world. Okay? Across the board, number one takedown. All right? So I'm just going to start with sweep single, probably the most popular. All right? When I shoot my sweep, okay, I'll just go, quick little setup. Pretty easy. I'm just going to get on his wrist. I'm just going to feed it to the other hand. Okay? And as I feed it, I'm just going to take my step right to my sweep. All right? Now, I think a lot of times why guys don't finish is because when you get in on their single, their position's wrong. Okay? And where I mean wrong is they don't put themselves in a position where they can score out of it. Okay? So, what I want to do, once I get my single, I got to look at my position. Okay? Where's my head? It's got to be up the whole time. All right? I have my lead leg, okay? One knee down, my other leg's up, so it's ready to drive. Okay? I can move on it. I can pivot. Ideally, what I want to try and do is beat my shoulder behind this leg here. All right? So when I shoot my single leg, what I try and do is punch my hand around to the mat. Okay? So as I feed it here, and I step, my knees come behind, my shoulders come behind, and I'm punching down to the mat. Here. Okay, my other hand's below. Right? My head's up, my shoulder's behind his leg, and I gotta start getting pressure into him. Alright? A lot of times you see guys in singles, and they're down low below this knee here. Right? Now you might get in here on guys, they go down the knee, and start twisting this knee out on you. Okay? And it's tough to score. What I want to do on my single is I got to keep my weight into him, my head up into him, so that I keep his weight off of me. Right? What single leg defense? If I'm in a single, how are you going to defend it? Wizard, what else you want to do? Roll back, right? What else? Cross face, or what else can you do? See my head right now? What's making me strong? What's making my position strong right now? My head's up, right? Yep, my neck, my back straight. Okay, everything's good and solid here. So he's got to address that. So but you want to stuff my head right, get his hips on me, square up. Okay? So to defend that, I need that good position. I need my head up. I need to stay tight here. Okay? And I need to go right to my finish. A lot of times you see guys, they do like a move 3 steps. They'll do the setup, then they'll take the shot, and then they'll finish. Right? 3 things. The more you can combine those into one whole shot, okay, one setup, one shot, one finish, all in one, the more success you're going to have. Right? So normally, when you take a shot and everything, you gotta go right to your finish. Because if you get in, a lot of guys will get in and they'll stop. Okay? Alright, I'm in. I got the leg. Yeah. Now I gotta finish. Okay? If you split that up, you segment your shot like that, it's gonna be tough to go and take guys down. Especially the best guys in the state. Right? Because good guys, you get in a shot, they're looking to not only defend, but look to score out of it right away. Okay? So you gotta be on your game. You gotta put yourself in, get a good shot, good position, finish right away. Okay? So this single we're going to do. First finish. Right? I'm on that wrist. I'm attacking his lead leg. So I'm just going to give him a little pull, get him to step a little bit, and I'm going to transfer hand. I transfer it right to the other. Take my step, my butt's down, take my arm, I'm throwing it around, I'm wrapped. Here. My head's up. Right? My shoulder isn't below his knee. It's up high. My hands are locked. Right? From here I'm going to come to my feet. I need my drive leg up. Head's driving, and I'm pushing this guy. Watch when I come up. See how far I moved him? Okay? A lot of times guys will come up to your feet here and they'll do this. Okay, see where I'm at? Watch. He doesn't move at all. See, he didn't move? Okay? And then they'll have their head down here. Right? Once your head kind of controls your whole body. So if my head's going down, my whole body's going down, and that's where I end up. My head's up the whole time, controls my body, controls everything. Everything's up. nice and solid. Okay? So we're going to go wrist, little pull, little transfer, single. Okay? Punch my arm around, my shoulders up, heads up, hands down, drive, move them, keep my head up. Okay, now if you look at where my legs are now, I'm not straight here, kind of turned up. Right, see where I'm at? Here. So now, I kind of have his legs, but my hands aren't as important right now. See how I'm going to hold it without using my hands? Now when I add my hands in, now I got them nice and tight. My hands are up here. Okay, but single leg defense. So wizard, get his leg out. Good, break my grip. Okay, so if I keep my hands away from him now, okay, my head up, now I stop part of his defense. Right, so I don't even want to let him get on my hands. Right? And one of the big things with finishing on our feet, and we'll get into that real quick, is moving a guy. If I get in here and I let him sit here, now he's going to start wiggling out, okay, get into his defense. Alright, so what I want you guys to do is just when you get on your feet, it's just moving them. Okay, we're going to do something real simple. We're just going to go right to the little flank. I'm going to sit on my butt here. Okay? How many of you guys do that finish now? A couple guys? Okay. We'll go over that more. Right now I just want you to focus on this single. Pull, transfer, single, punch my arm around, driving up. Okay, what I'm looking for is you guys pushing them. Okay, and get to this position. Alright, any questions? Alright, let's go. Okay. My back leg is going to try and catch his back foot here. Okay? So as I drive up, I'm going to take my foot, I'm going to try and catch his heel. Where I'm at. Alright, so see the way his foot's pointing? He's pointing out this way. When I step behind his leg, okay, and I catch my foot on his, he's going to be pointing the same direction. Here, here. Where I'm at. I just drive into him. A lot of times I'm going to catch him there. Right? So I'm into my single. I drive up. As this leg is driving, this one come behind, just like we were doing, and it's catching his foot. So I drive, and I catch. Okay? Any questions? Alright, here, I'm going to go to the hook. Hey, keep my hop out of it. Alright? So, I go to drive up, I go to step, he hops out. Okay, no problem. We're in transition right now. Okay? This is called chain wrestling. So, I do one thing, you react, and I go to something else. Right? Most popular thing, right, is to slide out and take this leg up high. So, all I'm doing is slide my leg and my hand down at the same time. Okay, so it's like a string patch. I slide here. Okay? Step back, come to his heel, and now I got his leg up high. Alright, common mistake. When you guys go to take this leg out. They think you're riding a horse. They're going to take this leg way up high like this. Okay? And then they pull the leg out. Okay? You don't need to do that. If I try and take the leg out that way, my leg up high, see, I'm on one leg now. Okay, I'm not as strong. So we go technique. I slide. My hand comes down to his heel. My foot steps back. Now his leg's up. Here. My arm is really tight. Like making a bicep here. I'm wrapped all the way around. I grab my own chest. Okay? And here's our first finish. I come to his head, collar tie. I pull him in, make him like trying to make him kiss his knee. Here, I'm going to step in front. I'm going to start pulling on the collar, and I'm just going to trip out that leg. Okay? So I'm into my single. He came up, I went to trip him, he hopped out. I stepped my leg back, my arm back. And I got it up high. Really high. I make my bicep and grab my own chest, collar, pull him in. Pull him in. Step, pull his head, little trip. Okay, I'm going to start with him. Common mistake in here, what happens, I pull it out, right? I got it nice and high, come to the collar. Now, guys, do this. And they kind of fold it. Okay? Now what happens? Scramble, right? What you need to do, right? Whenever I bring a guy down to the mat, I never want to go down with him first. Okay? Because then we get into that scramble. So once I have this, I step in front. I need my shoulders to same line with his. So as he turns, I turn. See that? So wherever I pull him to, here, once I step, I circle. Where I'm pulling, I'm turning with him. And all I'm trying to do is just kind of catch that foot. I don't need to really kick it out real hard. Just lock it. I turn with him. Okay, now look where I'm at. He's going to normally turn down, then I got my finish. Okay? Any questions on that? Want to see one more time? So I'm in on my single here. I drive up, I try and catch it, he comes back, he hops out. Step my leg back, my arm back, I'm on his heel. Up high. Here. If this guy's pushing off you, and kind of guys will come up and keep you light, just slap his hand down. Get on that collar. Pull it in. Pull it in nice and tight. Now I got a real good grip. Step in front. Pull, pull, pull. Kick out that leg. Finish it up. Alright, any questions? Alright, let's go. Here's another way to take them down. Alright, I'm in my position here, heads up, backs up, right? Hands are nice and locked. Right, real quick, look at my hands. Now tell me which way is locked the right way. Here, okay, here, or here. Okay, here, or here. The first one, why is the first one locked the right way? Right, see how my hands are locked here? He whizzers, and he gets on my hand here, he pulls it apart. He breaks my grip. Okay? If I lock the other way out here, I'm alright. He's got to get on, see, he's got to get on my bottom hand now. I'm sorry, my top hand. So he's got to pull this out. He's got to split my hands now. Okay? If I'm locked here, it's real easy. Alright? So this arm that comes from behind, okay, that goes on top. See that? See where I'm gripping? That's gripping my other hand. Alright? I'm sure you guys know this, but just to stress it. Alright? From here, next finish. It's called a flank. I take my shoulder, I drop my shoulder. Okay, you see my shoulder? Now you don't. Arm comes across. I'm on his kneecap. Okay, I keep my knees bent and I backpedal. Okay, that's my finish. It's called a flank. Okay, heads up, drop my shoulder, my arm comes all the way across. If I don't drop my shoulder here, see how I can't really get my arm all the way there? But if I drop, now it's really easy. Okay, my head's up still. It doesn't drop down. It's up. I backpedal. Okay? Do it one more time. I'm my single here. Head's up. I drop my shoulder. Arm comes across. It's my back arm. Here. It's on his kneecap. And I backpedal. I hold this leg tight. Okay? It goes down. If he doesn't go down, don't worry about it. We're going to do something else off there next. Okay? Let's go. So the rest of this guy is pretty athletic, okay? I go to flank him. He doesn't go down, okay? Watch what happens though. See my leg? See where I'm going? I got the leg up high. Alright? So I go to my flank. I go to drop, I go to back pedal. He's not going down. As I'm rotating behind here, my hand is sliding. It slides, it slides. My leg's stepping back. Now look where I'm at. See that? So this is what we're doing. Flank. I rotate. He doesn't go down. I slide back. I got a nice high center. Alright? Flank. High single. Alright? Any questions? Okay, real quick, finish. I take my other hand. So I have just one arm. I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to put it on his knee. Turn it down. Okay, and I rotate around. So I go flank. Hold up. He doesn't go down. On his knee. Rotate around him. Get on top. Any questions? Alright, let's go. Let's go. Those are some good finishes on our feet. Okay? Now, just real quick, I just wanted to. Hey. Where are you guys getting in trouble on the mat on your single finishes? What's the most common thing that's happened to you guys? Getting extended. What else happens? Can't get around them on your single. Back there, what? Can't explode. Okay. All right. Well, single finish, right? Here's probably one of the best single finishes if you could do this. Okay. And what I mean by doing this is getting in this kind of position, okay, in your single. All right, so I just want to point this out. I want my head higher, my shoulders behind here, because my number one finish is probably be to come up to my feet. Okay? That's what my coach used to tell me. Grab a leg and pick it up, and you get him down. All right? Because once you get on the mat and the guy starts getting his weight on you, then what happens? Okay, that's when we start getting extended, and you start getting crushed down there. Okay? So my number one single finish, okay, is going to be switching off, right, and just coming to this other knee. So ideally, if I could shoot my single, and now just come across and grab this far knee, and I just run him down. Okay? How many of you guys wrestle freestyle here? Anybody? You know where the leg lace is? You guys heard of it? Okay? That's kind of the position I'm in. So, at my single, this is what we're doing. I'm feeding, I'm coming across here, I'm in on my single. Alright? I'm just going to keep my shoulder high here. I'm going to switch my arms. Okay? To get on this knee here. I'm going to drive my shoulder behind him. Take him down. Okay? Now when I drive, I don't drive from my knees. When I get on my single here, I want to start switching off, I'm coming up to my feet. Okay? Right away though. So if I get in and I stop, I get in my single, and now I stop, I give him time to react. Right? He whizzers to get my head down, and now I'm in here. Okay? And we gotta go through finishes in there. Right? So just a real quick, clean finish on my single. Right? It's coming across to the other knee. So we'll do a different setup here. I'm gonna go inside control. I'm gonna go wrist. Okay, when I go wrist, match it on the inside of his thumb here to his palm. Okay? And how I get there is if a guy reaches for my head, I grab his hand and I turn it down. So you're a mat here, inside control. Okay? I'm just gonna pull. I'm gonna have head position now on the opposite side of the shoot it. So my head's on the same side of inside control. Here I'm on his wrist. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull and get him to step. There's my single. Okay? Once I shoot it, I let go, and I switch off right away. Here, I'm wrap, knee, and drop. Okay? If I'm low here on my single, I mean down low. See where I'm at? Okay? Sometimes there's comfort, because when I start buckling this knee, you might get this leg out hard. And now we get into this position, okay? Where he's kind of stretched out more. Right? So we're going to go inside control. I'm inside. This is outside. Inside. Head position here. Okay? See my body? I'm kind of angled up. I'm pulling on his wrist. Get him to step. See my feet? When I pull, I don't do this. See that? Because now I can't shoot my single. Okay? Whatever leg I'm going to be shooting with, I need to keep that forward. So I pull, I keep that leg. Another thing is I'm not pulling, and I get real stretched out. Okay, see what I mean? I need to stay a little tighter so that once I pull, I can bend and I can step. I can bend and I can step. There's my single. All right, any questions? All right, so put me in this position here. Okay? So what I want to do is I want to always stay on this kind of angle. All right? So let's say we got on our single leg. Guy kind of starts sucking our head, and we end up down here. Okay? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this knee. Okay, and this foot, I'm going to try and scoop this leg here. Okay? And what I want to try and do is see this elbow. I'm going to try and drop it down to the mat. You're a mat. And what that does is look at my shoulder here. It starts going behind like the position we want to be in. Okay? And I'm going to start working my knee in here. I'm going to start pulling it out. Okay? Now I kind of isolate them and I drive into it. Okay, so that's that. So I'm in on my single. He starts throwing me a little bit. Okay? I don't want to stay in front of him. I need to come in front of him. I need to get that angle. I take this elbow and I drop it down. Okay, my shoulder is driving in. Okay, I'm up on his knee here. And I'm going to start scooping his knee out. Okay? I drive into him. Right? What I want to do is get here. I want to take this leg out on him here. Go ahead, go on. I want to isolate on here. I need to get this foot out and then drive. Right? So here it is again. Okay? You put me in a bad position. So what we're going to do is we're going to start up in the same leg. Okay, here. My head's up. He starts putting my head down. Okay? I'm going to take this elbow and I start dropping. Here. My shoulder's driving in. I'm scooping his knee and I'm driving. I switch my hands and I come across for that ankle. Okay? Any questions? Alright, let's give it a shot. We're going to come through the middle. We're going to have you guys get here. Yeah. Alright. Here we go. First thing I want to do, okay, is I'm going to attack the opposite leg. Okay? And if you look, if I'm up here, keep my butt off my knees, what's he going to do? Right? So I get to sit on his ankles. Okay? When I come up the middle here, when I sit through, I'm sitting down here. Okay? So now it's tough for me to hold my ankles. You guys see that? Alright, now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack, I'm on this leg, right? I'm going to attack the opposite leg, so I'm going to come across here. I'm going to straighten his leg out and start going across my body. Doing that? Okay? From here, I'm going to look the floor on my side. I'm going to step over and I'm going to turn that leg. I'm going to start pushing that foot off, and then I work up to my turn. Alright, so take my single here, go up the middle. Okay? I'm not on my heel. Okay, I'm not here. Come down, flat. Come opposite leg. I'm going to pull. Okay? As I start going down, I'm going to take this leg as close as it is now. I'm going to step over. Feel that? Okay, now a lot of times guys we clamp it onto here. We're going to move each arm. Okay, no problem. I'm just going to bust my hips into him, get on this foot, start pulling it down. Push that knee. Okay? I need to pump my head in here. This bottom left hand, okay, you can't see it. You gotta come up and cross his body. Okay? And now I have my turn. That leg I hooked, just keep coming up. Keep come up. Okay, and here's my turn. Alright? I want to try and stay above his knee here. If I'm low, he's going to kind of scoot out. So I'm going to stay up high. I'm going to take my other knee and get up by his hip. Okay? From here, what I want to do is keep this leg up to drive, and I want to swing my legs, okay, not towards his head. I'm actually going to go around towards his legs. Good. So I'm going to come to a cross face. I'm going to drive. I'm going to try and take my hip, my right hip here, put it down to the mat, swing him over. Okay? So, right now, what I want you guys to work on is just this part. I come through the middle. I'm sitting. Here, I'm on two legs. I pull. Okay? Once I get them far enough, I go to my side and step over and hook. Okay? Harder to do is just clamp on a little bit, just make it a little more realistic. Push that foot off. If he's me on the plate, I might have to go forward as much as I can. I get a push off the knee. Get my head out. Okay? Bottom hand. You're going to get room, get height, get it out, punch the body. And then what I want you guys to do is just get to here. Okay? So I have my turf, and I have my knee up by his hip. Alright? And then we'll go over to finish next. So, real quick. Okay. Single, I come through the middle here. Opposite leg. Pull, pull, pull. Keep that leg straight. I pinch. Push it off. I might have to start pulling down on his leg here. Get enough room to push my head off. Okay, from here, arms coming up, and climb up his body. Okay, no space. Okay, and then we'll go over and finish next. Any questions? All right, go ahead. We'll start to stack them up. Okay, I might get the knee here. Right, but most of the time, I'm going to start looking the bail. I'm going to get my head first. Alright? So when you guys go back, I want you to try that. Okay, now real quick, finishing this turn. Here I Okay? I'm on my side here. Okay? If I'm on my knees here, you're going to get guys who are funky. They're going to grab this foot. Okay? And they're going to start rolling it across their head. Okay? And then here's the funk. Okay? So when you guys go to your side here, I pull this over, I go to the side. I want to stay on my side, I got to keep my feet away underneath me. Okay? If I'm here, I got to watch. Okay? You got to keep that foot away. That's why I'm on my hip here. Right? And then I can use my hips more. Alright, so heads out, I can climb up his body. Okay? I'm going to go cross face. Partner, turn down towards your stomach here. Okay? Don't roll through. We're going to have this in most common position. You guys going to end up. Alright? I go cross face. Alright? I keep this leg up to drive. And I take this hip, and I want to bring it across the body. I got to stay close up. If I'm low here, the guy might try and bump through on me. Okay? I might get a little bit of a scramble. So I need to stay posted up. I'm going to take my hand and go palm down. And I keep walking my fingers out. Okay? Keep bringing my hips over, and I slide my chest on top. Here. Here's my finish. Alright? So again, I'm in my turf now. I got my body nice and high. Alright? I'm up, my cross face. If I need to, I'll turn his head. Okay? Palm down. Hip. I'm driving. Hip down. And I'm just sliding. Here. Walk my finger. Here's my pen. Okay? Any questions? Alright, let's give it a shot. I kind of lock around my body here. What's even better than that is if guys lock around your body and they collapse on the arms here. You guys see that? Now if you get here, you could be in a lot of trouble. Okay? He's going to try and jump off, get height. Okay? And now we get into a scramble. Alright, so one of the best ways to stop that is just to be aware of it. Okay? So when you come through the middle, you don't want your hands close to your body. Okay? My arms should be up high here. Alright? If he does kind of start, as I go through, he does kind of start getting on, come on around my arm. Here, I got to post my hand, and I got to push back. So he's kind of locked, he's starting to lock, I got to post my hand and push back. And that's how I'm going to break his grip. Okay, so he's got me here, alright? I got to post. I got to shoot this arm straight, push, push, push. Now I break his grip. Okay? And then I can go to my finish. You guys see that? So, what we're going to do, we're a partner. I'm going to come through the middle. Here. And as I come through, he's going to look to get here. Okay? So I got to keep my arms up. Right? Number one, be aware of it. Two, he gets it locked. He's starting to get locked. I got to post my hand and scoot back. Keep pushing back. Okay? But I'm not going down. Okay? I got to keep height with him because if I go down, right, now we're in a different position. Right? So I'm going to stay up. Here, go ahead, knock up. Here, push, post, post, push. Here. Right back to my turn. Alright, any questions on that? Alright, real calm position. Go ahead.
That's a drastic one.
Alright. Part of being good on the mat, okay, whether it's on top or bottom, okay, and it goes through your feet too, is you gotta have a right attitude. Okay, so if I have any doubt that I can't take somebody down, okay, am I gonna take them down there? Right. So if I'm on bottom and I have any doubt that I'm not gonna be able to get out on the guy, am I gonna get out? No. Okay? So just taking that mindset, right? You gotta have a lot of belief, right, that you can get out on anybody in the state, okay? Anybody in the country, right? So the only way you get good on bottom is to wrestle on bottom, which I'm sure you guys do, right? But bottom is like on your feet, it's like on top, okay? What I stress most and when you're most successful is when you have good position, okay? So if I'm on bottom, okay, I should be trying to keep my weight underneath me. I shouldn't, if I have weight on my hands, on bottom, then if he chops me out, now I'm down on my stomach. Okay? And it's a pain to get out from here. Right? So I'll start off just with my bottom position, okay? And what I like to do is keep my weight back. Okay? Now I'm not real explosive off bottom. I don't have a real quick stand up. Okay? Kind of never was my thing really. Right? So I do things a little differently. So I sit, okay, on my heels here. Right? Flat. Right? And just one thing that does is it keeps my weight back a little bit more versus if I was up here. Okay? And you might start up here, you might have a real good quick stand up, and that's good. You need to have that. Okay? So just from what I'm showing now, just one little thing is just keep my weight back. Okay? I'm sitting my butt between my knees. Alright? Keep my weight down. Alright? So if you're not that flexible, you might have to work on this a little bit. Right? It's no big deal. Right? Next thing I do is I kind of round my back. Okay? Kind of like a cat. I'm going to keep my hands out. Okay? And they're really light here. Okay? Because of how I'm sitting, my back starts. So this is the line right here. I got all my weight back here. I'm sitting. Here. Hands nice and light. Alright? If the guy starts chopping me, okay, I can bend and I can move here so that I'm going to try and keep my weight on my heels. Right? Objective as a top guy, right, is to get the guy's weight going forward, get on the wrist, okay, look to grind the guy out. Okay? So as a defensive man, when I'm on bottom, I'm going to try and keep my weight back here. I'm going to try and seal out just from underneath my arms. I'm going to keep my head up, and I'm going to stay really tight. If there's a lot of space in here, when I'm wrestling, okay, or if I get my hands caught, this is what I call a danger zone, okay? Because anytime my hands are around my waist here, right? Because what's going to happen? My hands are here. What are guys going to do? You're going to get on your wrist, right? 1-on-1, 2-on-1, right? Then you get in a lot of trouble. Okay, so I want to, if my hands are ever in, I want to kind of carry them up high, kind of like I'm a boxer, right? Up high, elbows tight, here. I keep my hands out of here. Okay, just rule of thumb, hands out. The guy ends up knocking me down. Okay, just another thing. Guy chopped me, right? If I'm getting chopped, I don't want my hand turned in. See where I'm at? My hand's turned in, he's going to come underneath this side, he might come across this side, get on the wrist. Same thing if I'm flat. I don't want my wrist in. It's going to tie me up. Alright? So whenever guys in this kind of area here, I'm down, I'm going to keep my hands out. Always push it out. And always out. If I'm flat here, I'm going to keep my hands pushed out. It's sliding me up. Okay? If I get knocked out to my side, I got to push my hand out. I got to move. Okay? Hand out. Alright? So this is basically what I look for. Okay, when I'm on bottom. So come on up. Okay? Got my back rounded, okay? My head's up, always up. Right? What I'm going to do is try and seal them off underneath this side. Okay? So when the whistle blows, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, just one little thing that's kind of small, is I just kind of turn my arm, my elbows, you can't really see them, but I'm going to turn my elbow in. See that? It's out, it's in. So now when the whistle blows and I bring my arm back, I kind of beat them in a little bit easier. It's really small, it makes a little bit of difference. It's just something to mess around with. Okay, another thing is, when I bring my arm back, I don't bring it straight back here. Because whistle blows, he's going to be trying to come underneath this arm. Okay? If I go straight back, I might not beat him. But if I kind of move as he's moving, then I kind of swing out. You guys see that? Here. So he might even get underneath me a little bit, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to pinch. And my elbow is here, it's up high. Okay, my hands are up. I'm not sealing off here because look at where my hand is. That's a danger zone, right? It's on my wrist. Okay, so when I go to seal off, I get my back up and I stay tight here. Okay, here. Elbows coming in, hands up. Okay? Now let's say I beat him out. I beat him out here. What I'm going to do is attack this opposite wrist. Okay? So my free hand here is going to come. I'm going to get on his hand really good. Okay, so here's his knuckles. I'm just below his knuckles. I'm on it. I'm going to double up. Now I'm on his fingers. Okay, who owns his hand now? That's right. Okay? From here, I'm going to step outside. Normal stand up, right? You step inside. Here. Normal stand up, right? Step inside. Here, I seal off. Okay, keep a good base. I'm on his hand. I move it out. If I ever keep a hand in here when I'm going to wrestle, if he beats me underneath, now he's on this wrist. He can come across again on this wrist. Okay, so again, even if I'm on a wrist here, I want to move it out to the side. So I got on this hand, I double up, it's out to the side. Now I'm going to step outside leg here. I'm up. Okay? Now when I stand, it's real important. I'm going to stand like this. Like I'm checking out the girls, you know, in the stance. Okay, I got to bend down here. Okay? My hips, they're out. My back, it's up. Okay, I don't want to have a stand up where my hips are in. If I'm here, he's going to control my hips. I'm going to get dropped real hard. Okay, so my hips always, they have to be out. Hips out. Knees bent. Okay? And my legs, they're staggered. If I'm here, okay, what's going to happen? No reaction is going to, I have no toast. Okay? So when I get to my feet, I want to stay staggered. Okay? Now if he goes to pull me back, I can left. I can move with him. Okay? Hips down. I'm on his hand still. This elbow, it's still sealed off. I don't want space. He's going to come underneath. Okay? He starts getting my hands down. It's tough for me to cut away. So I'm still sealed off. It's like someone took some crazy glue and just put it on inside my bicep, and I glued it to my side. Here. Hips out. Okay? I'm going to take this hand, put it in my back pocket. And now I'm going to cut through. Okay? So, okay, whistle blows, I seal off. It's coming with here. This hand on his hand, I'm on his fingers. Where do I take the hand? Keep it in or out? Out. What leg am I going to step up with? Outside. Here. Heads up, backs up. Stepping up. Legs staggered or square? Staggered. Here. Now where am I going to go? This hand, back pocket, and cut away. Alright? Weights back. Whistle blows, I seal off. Here, hands up. Hands down, where am I at? Danger zone, right? Top zone. You guys see top zone? How many see danger zone? I'm getting old. Alright. I'm on his hand now. See his knuckles? I'm on it tight. I'm on his 4 fingers. Okay, it's my hand, it's out. My back's up. When I go to stand, usually what's going to happen here is guys are going to try and drive into you. Right? They're going to try and break me down. So when I stand up here, I need my back kind of up. Like, see the snow plows rolling around now? They push the snow. Okay, they're kind of upright, so the snow gets pushed. Same thing's going to happen. My back's up, so once he starts pushing up to me, I step up. Okay? I'm not bent over. Up, I'm staggered. Back pocket. Come out. Right? Any questions on that? Alright, let's give it a shot. Go ahead. You guys got a match. Alright, so just real quick. Alright? Fine, one thing to think about. Okay, if my weight's going forward, okay, I gotta move. Okay, so just something like this. Okay, it's gonna do that. So if I'm getting extended here, I'm just gonna slide my knees. Okay, so the guy's on top of me. Alright, he's starting to extend me forward. Okay, he's starting here. I'm not gonna stay here. See my butt? It's off my heels. Okay, so I'm just going to slide. I got to get my weight back underneath me here. Okay, then I can look to come and fight my hands. Alright? So just real quick, that's one. Okay, next thing, let's say if you get knocked flat. Here, guy's on top of me. Alright? My hands are in, good or bad. So my hands are out. Okay? I'm going to look to slide a knee up. Okay? And from there, I'm going to look to slide my other knee. I'm going to bring it through. Okay? I'm going to get back to my base. Alright? I'm not going to try and keep my hands out and look to push back. It's not going to happen. Okay? See, he's going to throw that leg in. Alright? So instead, I'm going to slide the knee up. Okay? Hands out. I'm going to look to slide it through. So without a part, let me show you. Here, knee up. I slide it through. Knee up. Slide, slide, slide. I'm in good position. See that? Alright? The guy chops me to my side. I'm going to go with it. Okay? Hands down. I'm going to look to turn. Alright? I'm not going can look and have him start chopping on me, hanging on me hard. Okay, so now I go down to my hip. Right, I can move. Okay, I can turn in. Right, if I need to, I don't know how many guys know how to, but if the guy chops me, I can switch my hips. You guys know how to do that. We're going to have to do that another day. We'll have another day. Basically, if the guy chops me to the side here, I'm going to stay posted, but before I let him drive me over, I'm going to take, see I'm on my left hip. This is mine, left hip. Foot comes out, and I change it over to the other side. Okay, something a little bit more, a little easier. The guy starts chopping me here. Okay, I know a guy's got a good chop, I'm going to start kissing him. Start turning. Okay, and then I could just knee. Get my hips underneath me. Sometimes my knee across into here. Alright. One more thing, real quick. I'll just rattle off some stuff. 2-on-1. I'm doing 2-on-1. Here's something I do. Right. I'm going to take this arm and I got to push it over a little bit. So I can get my elbow and look, break that grip. Okay? Clear out the other one. I see that? Okay, I gotta be physical. I gotta get them off. I'm not gonna wind up. Push. Dig, dig, dig. Not here. I stay sealed out. Okay? Alright, anything else real quick on the bottom? You guys. Okay. Alright, so match tonight, right? One thing I used to love, I had somebody come in and show me something new. While I was watching the tape, I saw something I liked. It's like you watch a slam dunk contest. The guys are doing, like, 360s, yeah, all these crazy dunks. Well, I have one of those basketball hoops you can lower down. And I'd be outside, like, boom, Michael Jordan. That's my era. Okay? Stuff like that. Okay, so now I was just in, maybe coaches here, showing you guys something else another day. You're watching some tape, you see, okay, maybe you see a college match on TV, right? You come and practice, you learn it, you mess around with it. Okay, you keep messing around with it. Right? Match day comes. Oh, move it today, right? Break it out. Or just in a room, You got to work on stuff before you start, breaking it out in match. Sometimes you might just feel it and you go after it, low risk stuff now. Like these single finishes going over. Okay, it's solid stuff, it's not real funky. A lot of you guys had it down good, so you can mess with it, Especially if you got a chump, you're just going to, tool on.
It's tonight, guys.
Okay?
You should be able to work a lot of stuff tonight.
Right. That's a good time to start messing around with it. All right? So, always try and grow your wrestling. That's what keeps it fun. If you drill the same moves in and out, but, you pick up some new stuff, you pick up some new setups, some new ties, it's fun. It's like picking up some new dunks. Okay? But then you got to showcase it. Tonight that's a showcase. Right? It doesn't mean you go out there and you got to be confident. You got to be fired up. You give that guy, respect because he's another wrestler. Otherwise, it's like you're like a kid you don't like in class. You want to fight him, right? But you're not supposed to fight. Right? There's other ways to sort stuff out. Okay? But now they throw a wrestling mat. They give you a singlet. They give you some wrestling shoes. And then coach is like, all right, go kick his butt. Right? And you kick his butt, coach comes off, high five. You know what I'm saying? When you get to college, high school, it's intense, it's a fight, but when you're in college, when you're wrestling college, it's a legalized fight. It's basically saying, go out, whoever tougher, whoever, better technique, sometimes whoever has a better day, that's who's going to win. And that's what it comes down to. It's being real tough up here, having a lot of heart, okay, and working really hard. Right? Everybody works hard in college. High school, it's up and down. Okay, but you got to separate yourself. Like go for those, those late night runs. Get that extra lifting. Stay after practice. Get another drill. Go to another wrestling club. Get a second practice in somewhere. You got to do those things that separate yourself from the others. So when you're down in the States, you're wrestling on that finals match, and you're not up, eating popcorn, drinking a Pepsi, waiting for next year to roll around. You got to take advantage of everything now. We're coming down to the wire. We got about almost a month, right? A little bit more in a month, and that's it. Season's gonna be over, right? So I know you guys have been working hard over here. I've been talking to Coach. I know you guys are in good shape. I know you guys are trained well, right? So this end of the season, real strict. Do what you gotta do. You gotta be selfish right now, right? Work hard, have confidence. You guys are ready. It's just a matter of you guys stepping up and loving the moment. You know, it's something I used to always. You know, I heard my guy who trained me throughout high school, Larry Monaco, and his brother Carl Monaco. He was on the nationals, and he was a two-time All-American. You know, on the alternate, you know, for the world team and stuff like that. And you know, I used to ask him, you know, like, so how do you deal with the pressure? You know, you go through pressure all the time. You know, like, what do you think of it? How do you deal with it? And he used to say, and I'll never forget it, and I live by it. He used to say, I love the pressure. You know, I live for it. I love pressure situations. If you put me in those situations, that's when we'll rise up and above. Okay? So just, you know, word of advice, you know, stuff that's tough, you know, you're on the line right now, you know, you have a big match coming up, big match, you know, nervous, you know, that shouldn't be in the vocabulary. Okay, you're anxious. Anxious is a lot better word. You're anxious, you can't wait to get out there. You know, there's pressure on you. Oh, I love the pressure. I love the pressure. Put me in that match. You know, put me in the stands, crowd, everybody. You know, that's the time to shine. All this stuff practice, you know, it's not the most fun thing to do. Okay? You practice for that moment. Okay? So take advantage of that moment. Alright? Alright guys, good job.